What's up, boys? Data782 here with episode 12 of the Brooklyn Bellows franchise mode here at the beginning of the 2022-2023 regular season. Coming off new Bello off season, made some big moves. We swapped out Pacioretty for Connor. We signed Oliver Bjorkstrand, who it's always going to be a tough name to pronounce. We got Jonathan Toews. We called up Eric Byers. We have an upgraded Brendan Benson. We have Jet Wu called up. We signed Thatcher Demko. Actually, Vladimir Suglobov will get his first start tonight because it's a back-to-back. I just saw that. It's true. Thatcher Demko up to a 90 overall. Vladimir Suglobov's ready to go. We made the team. We made some changes to the team, and hopefully it's going to be something that we stick with moving forward, and we don't have to make too many big moves. So in the interest of keeping the episode short and sweet as possible, we're gonna hop right into game number 2 of the season, boys. We did all the book work last episode. We did all the scouts. We did all that layman's work. We did all that long stuff last time. So we're gonna hop straight into simulating this season. That's what this episode's gonna be all about. And Vladimir Suglobov lets in his first career goal against two career goals against, both power play goals. We've let in 2 power play goals. Thank you to our 2 top defensemen. First period, we're down 4-1. 4 goals on 14 shots on Suglobov. Elias Anderson has the only one for us. Second period, nothing. And third period, will there be any flashes of brilliance? No, there will not. Okay, so we lose the second game of the season by a score of 4-1. Thatcher Demko came in and made all 23 saves after Suglobov got pulled. So thank you, Suglobov, great work. Now, as usual, we begin simulating through the year and we see what pops up along the way. Let's go to the game against the New York Islanders. As always, we want to go see how our rivals are doing. The Bruins want to offer us Torrey Krug and a 3rd-round pick for Jarvis, the medium elite player that I drafted in the 4th round, Edward Jarvis, 4th round. He's a sniper, medium elite potential. 3-star shooting, Edward Jarvis. He is 58 overall. Where is he playing? The National League? Yeah. For Torrey Krug, who is 31 years old, 86 overall, has 3 years left at 5.275. Interesting offer. He's a very good defenseman and a 3rd-round pick. That's interesting, but I don't know if I need defensive help yet, / who I would want to get if I really do. So I'm going to keep that in mind. That's an interesting offer. I'm going to keep it in mind. Thank you, Boston. I'll come back to you. Brendan Benson, strained hamstring. Fantastic. He's out for a few games. Going to get Axel Anderson in the lineup to play his first games of his career. And we'll put Jet Wu up. Why not? Congrats, Jet. And Axel Anderson will slot in right there. Coyotes are offering me a 1st and a 2nd for Sam Girard in 2 seconds. That's absolutely garbage. Benson's available, so I'm going to put him back in the lineup for the game against Chicago. We went on a 3-game losing streak. Now we're on a 4-game winning streak. We are 5-3-0 moving in to this game against the Islanders, who are 4-4-0. Let's see what we got against our rivals. Early goal from Andreas Janssen, 23 seconds in, and Mitch Marner gets another just a couple minutes later. 2-0 lead for the Bellows. Another power play. All right, first period ends 2-0. Second period, goal for... hey, there he is. I'm just going to call him Big Ollie. And Timofey Grigorenko scores on Demko. 3-1 lead for the Bellows. Holding on to a 2-goal lead here. 34 shots. Power play. There's Ollie. Gets his 2nd of the game. Grigorenko gets his 2nd of the game as well. 4-2. And that's all she wrote. 4-2 win for the Bellows against their rivals. Janssen a goal and 3 assists. Wow, big night for him. Hoping for another big year for Andreas Janssen. And let's go to this game against Chicago. I'm going to put Benson back in the lineup. So Axel Anderson did well in 2 games. He was a +3. And Jet Wu, 9 games, 1 game, -1. Yeah, Axel Anderson is going to be good for depth. He's very reliable. Even he's like reminds me of Palin, who I wish I had up in the lineup, but it's hard to justify 75 overall in the lineup when I have these 2 guys who both have top 4 potential who want to be in the lineup as well. I'm going to put Benson back in. He'll go in the 2nd pair with Sam Girard. Julian Palin, there he is, down in the minors. 9 games +5. Doing very well in Burnaby. I think we're 7-2. Guys with potential are doing well. Nice. Laxinen, yeah. Carson, Kovanov. Good to see. Grachev, beautiful. Love to see the players growing. All the little bellies are growing into big boys. We have Kovanov leading the team, 10 points in 9 games. In the NHL, it's Janssen, 12 points in 9 games, 6 goals and 6 assists. Let's hop ahead to this game against the Winnipeg Jets. Let's see Kyle Connor facing his old team, and we'll get a visit from Max Pacioretty. Evgeny Dadonov for 2 second-round picks. I'm going to say no to that. Is Pacioretty on the Jets? Or did I trade him to Chicago for Tays? I should have watched the game against Tays, against the Blackhawks. Byram injured elbow. Come on. So Sam Girard got put on the top pair for those last like 3-4 games where Byram was out. He's a -4. The guy's killing me down here. Meanwhile, Axel Anderson, 4 games, he's a +5. So I might just swap Sam Girard. I might just make him a healthy scratch. I don't know, man. It's hard for me to justify scratching Axel Anderson when Sam Girard is so pits. You know, actually, it's a bit premature. -4 through 14 games, not crazy. It's just something I'm going to keep an eye on. I'm not going to start making him a healthy scratch just yet, but he's on thin ice. So the Jets are 4-11-0. We are 9-6-0. Let me quick. What team? Oh, there's Big Aldi, 15 points. Let me check. Where is Pacioretty? Yeah, Pacioretty's on the Blackhawks. I made a mistake there. He has 11 points through 15 games. He'll do well with that top line there, Kane and Strome. He'll do well, I'm sure of it. Just wasn't meant to be. Yeah, so that's going to be... I'll try to go back there in the future. But meanwhile, it's Kyle Connor against his old friends. The Jets are 0-10-0 in their last 10 games. Yikes. So they're 4-1-0. Now they're 4-11-0. First period, no goals. Second period, goal for Ryan Ellis. That's who I was going to see. Yeah, it's Ryan Ellis who went to the Jets. Our good friend Ryan Ellis. He scores a goal, of course. And will they break their 10-game losing streak? I don't know. Jordan Eberle on Eric Comrie won 1 game. Jordan Eberle 1-1 halfway through this third period. Shots are pretty close. And then Jordan Eberle gets his second of the game, 6 minutes apart. But then Appleton makes it 2. Then Jordan Eberle gets a hat trick. And then another power play. Well, that's a long one. No. Power play for the Jets. We kill it off. And it will be enough. So Jordan Eberle scores a hat trick within about 7 minutes to give us the 3-2 victory. Puts the team on his back. And we get the win. Suglobov, 26 saves. Anderson, 2 assists. Thank you, Mr. Jordan Eberle, for putting the team on your back and getting us the victory. Means a lot. 11-game losing streak now for the Jets, at least. Let's go see this game against our Metropolitan Division rivals, Philadelphia Flyers. Let's see what they have to tell us. We're 14-2-1 down in Burnaby. We're flying. We beat the Stars 7-2. We're on a 4-game winning streak. Avalanche, we lose 8-0. Oof, my bad for saying anything. Rangers, we beat them in overtime. And the Canadians, we lose 5-3. So the Flyers are 13-7-0. We are 12-8-0. 15-4-1 down in Burnaby. First period, goals from Kyle Connor and Kyle Okposo. On both the backups, I guess, Jack Campbell and Suglobov. They're both backups are in net tonight. Second period, goal for Jake Gardner. 2-1 lead for the Flyers in the third period here. Come on, Eberle. Where are you? James Van Riemsdyk. 3-1. Suglobov is struggling. Oh, we got 2 more. DeBrincat and Muller. But it wasn't enough as we lose that one 4-3. We're losing a few too many games. Not too impressed. Let me sim one more game against the Bruins there. Who are 10-10-1. We beat them 3-1. All right. Oilers are a tough team. Let's see how we do against them. We win 3-1. All right. So it's just it seems like we're a pretty hot and cold kind of team. I just want to check the defense quickly. Byram is a 0. Lindholm's a -4. Benson's a 0. Girard is a -9. Muller's a +10. And Wu's a +5. So this bottom pair is flying. Sam Girard, now he has 3 goals, but he's a -9. And Lindholm's a -4. So maybe if I put Byram here, Girard there, Lindholm on this bottom, on the second pair, maybe that'll help out the defense somehow. Sam Girard, I'm giving him every chance possible, man. I'm putting him on the top pair now. So I gotta remember, 3 goals, 1 assist, -9. Let's sim like 5 games and see what the difference is. Let's go to this game against the Penguins. We'll simulate it. That'll be the 5th game, and then we'll check back with Girard. New Central Scout rankings. Let's quickly check those out. Scouts are uncovering a good amount of people. Colin Takashi. First overall guy looks like he's just gonna be medium elite. No crazy guys just yet. Okay, a couple. 2-bar medium elites in the late. Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Look at these guys. 300s. The scouts are looking. 1 gem, low elite at 33. Amrit Coupland. So I'll just pin him. A few busts that we don't want to touch. And that'll be it for now. Keep the scouts will keep going. Lost against the Wings 4-1. We shut out the Capitals 3-0. Lightning are a very good team. We lost 2-1 against them in overtime. LA Kings. Torrey Krug and a 4th for Sam Girard, a 1st and a 2nd. Interesting, but not going to give up that much for Torrey Krug. 5-2 loss against the Kings. We're 15-11-1, which is a bit concerning. Let's see how we do against the Penguins here. Our rivals, Tyson Jost is in the building. First period, 2 goals for us, Hurdle and Marner. Second period, goal for Hampus Lindholm, and then Pettersson on Demko. 3-1 lead into the third. Halfway through the third, Alex DeBrincat makes it 4-1. I'm going to bet on that being enough, and it will be. 4-1 win. Thatcher Demko 30 saves, Marner and Lindholm goal and an assist each. So with that 5 game simulated, let's see how Sam Girard is doing now. We are 16-11-1. Sam Girard, he is another -2 through those 5 games, so I think it's going to be time. I might have to cut myself loose from Sam Girard, man. He has just not been what I expected. Lindholm, he went up 1, but he's doing well. Benson +2. Wu and Muller still are in the pluses. How are the goalies looking? Demko, yeah, looking nice. Suglobov struggling, but it's okay. Let's look at. I'm gonna look at a trade for Sam Girard. I'm gonna see what the boys say. But do I need to trade Sam Girard for another defenseman? Could I just bring in Axel Anderson? That would be too crazy, right? I can't have an 80, a 79, and a 79 out of my 3 defensemen right there, right? Let me see what the trade block says. Alright, so sadly I can't find any trade partners who want Sam Girard. I would probably just have to trade him for a pick or something. So I might do that at the trade deadline, but if not, I'm just going to keep him scratched for now and see what teams have to offer me throughout the year. Axel Anderson's going to slot into the second pair. I'm going to put Benson on the first with Lindholm. Byram will come onto the second with Axel Anderson. 4 games +5. He had big roles in Burnaby the last couple years, so I'm looking for big things from him. Third pair, Muller and Wu has been playing well, so I'm just going to keep them as is. Special teams, I'm also going to try Wu on the power play, because last year in Burnaby he had 42 points and 15 of them were on the power play. So he has some experience there, see how he does, and we'll keep simulating with those lines. Let's try it right here against the St. Louis Blues, Stanley Cup champions of 2020 that they won, or 2019? No, not sure. They won the cup recently. Let's see if they still have glory in them. First period, goal for Tarasenko on Suglobov, who's in nets for some reason. Second period, Jordan Eberle on Laurent Boissois. 1-1. Jonathan Toews gets it to make it 2-1. Eric Byers gets it 3-1. All right. Fourth line is pitching in. Byers, and then Janssen makes it 4-1. All right, that's all she wrote, boys. Power play goal for Janssen on Fitzpatrick. He got shamed, and there's Byram. All right, and it's 6-1. Wow, a shameful third period for the Blues. Another one on the power play. It's Thomas Hurdle. They're getting shamed off the ice in this one. Wow. All right, 7-1 win for the Bellos. Who are the 3 stars in this one? Janssen, Marner, and DeBrincat. All right. Wow, 6 goals in the third period. Did anyone not get points? Let's see. Wow, a shameful night for Chittle, Anderson, Benson, Muller, the 2 Andersons. Wow. At least these guys were pluses. Muller, 0 points and a -1. Anderson and Chittle, 0 points and 0 plus minuses. But hey, not a bad night, boys. 7-1 win. Let's keep going. Let's go up to January 1st, and then we'll take a look around the NHL and see how the points are looking on different teams and in the standings. Noel Tonge, mild concussion, alright. So with Tonge injured, I have no more forwards in Burnaby. So I'm going to have to send down Jordan Wheel. Hopefully no one claims him. I don't think he will be. 77 overall, making 1.1 mil. Alright, no one takes him. Fantastic. Gonna go put him on the first line in Burnaby and see how he does there. Avalanche offered me Jakob Silverberg, 6 years left at 3.2. How old is this guy? 32 years old? No, are you serious? Until he's 38, I'm going to pay him that and give you a draft pick. So since we made those line changes, we went 3-2-0 since we made those line changes. In Burnaby, Tonge's back. Jordan Wheel got a goal and 3 assists in 5 games. Happy to see that. Congrats. Gave him a little boost to his morale if he's been sitting in the press box for a long time. But now I'm going to have to call him back up, because you never know when he may be needed. Sharks are offering me Evander Kane for Sam Girard and a 2nd round pick. That's interesting. Sad thing is I don't think there's room for him in the lineup whatsoever. He has 9 goals, 3 assists, 12 points through 30 games. No, I'm not going to touch. 2 years left, 7 mil. Interesting offer, but I'm not going to take that because it just doesn't make sense for me. We lose 6-4 against the Predators, so we go 3-3 since we made those line changes. And yeah, so that brings us to 20-15-1, our record. A bit dangerous. We're in a wild card spot. We could be better. But let's check out the stats on our team and around the NHL. Andreas Janssen has 29 points in 36 games. Thomas Hertl, Jordan Eberle, okay, they're having big years. Okay, the first line is struggling defensively. That's something I have to look at. So Thomas Hertl, 28 points in 36 games. Love to see it. Jordan Eberle, 28 points as well. Mitch Marner, assist machine so far this year. 5 goals, 23 assists, 28 points. Same thing for Alex DeBrincat with 6 goals and 20 assists. Big Ollie, 24. Kyle Connor, 22 points and a plus 14. That's very nice. Lindholm's at a 0 for plus minus. That's good. Elias Anderson, 19 points. He's looking to break his career high. That's for sure in the 3rd line. Chittle's struggling a little bit. Benson there. Taze has 6 goals, 4 assists. Pontus Aberg, 8 points. Eric Byers, 6 goals and an assist for 7 points. Jet Wu, Sam Girard, Mirko Muller, Axel Anderson, 1 goal and a plus 8 through 12 games. I like that. Goalies, let's see. Thatcher Demko. He is 16-8-1 with 2 shutouts. Suglobov is struggling. He's 4-8-0 with 1 shutout. Need to make sure that Demko is playing more games. I don't know why Suglobov has started 12 games. That does not make sense. So I'm probably going to switch around the first line and second line. Maybe put Hertl up there. Maybe put Eberle up a bit. In the entire NHL, it's Patrick Kane with 49 points in 36 games. McDavid 47. Strome with 43. Nico Hischier with 91. Capo Kako 42. 36 assists. Phil the Thrill. Radulov, Stamkos, Svechnikov. Tanner Pearson. How? Because of Hischier. Ruslan Kozlov, who's an 82 overall. Sidney Crosby. Kotkaniemi, Gallagher, Fabry, Yanni Gourde, of course. Eli Tolvanen. Vladimir Ivanov, 81 overall, has 23 goals. He has 4.5-star shooting. He was a 2nd round pick. Vladimir Ivanov. A lot of guys who have lots of goals but no assists. Maybe that has to do with the sliders somewhat. I don't know. Not really, because look at the assists. You have guys with all kinds of assists. 9 goals, 28 assists, 4 goals, 29 assists. I don't know. That's so weird though, how people have like 2 goals, 85 assists in a season. Goalies around the NHL. How is Elvis Merzlikins always such a crazy goalie? Every season, he's always a starter somehow, and he's also somehow always so good. I don't get it. Elvis Merzlikins, Vasilevsky, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, Devin Dubnyk, Laurent Brossoit, Holtby, Hart, Anderson, Demko. That's crazy, man. If I didn't have Suglobov, I'd trade for him, make him my backup. Rookie skaters, it is Ivanov with 31 points in 36 games, who's leading the NHL. Roman Kochi, Bradley Neal. So look at these guys. How do they have goals and no assists? 23 goals, 8 assists. I get he's a sniper, but it's weird. Yeah, that's going to be it for points. I gotta look at fixing that first line. Give me a second here. Now this might be crazy, but I'm just gonna try it out for a few games. Hurdle first line center, DeBrincat second line center, put Eberle up on the second line, and Elias Anderson, move him to the wing, and Chittle down to the third line. I'm gonna see if that does anything, just to try it out for fun. Now I'm gonna simulate a few games in just a moment, but I gotta check the power play and penalty kill in the standings here. So in the entire NHL, we are 12th with 20 wins and 15 losses and 1 overtime loss. Our power play percentage is 20%, which puts us closer to the top than it does to the bottom. Leafs somehow at 29%. Yeah, close to the top. Penalty kill, though, at 77.9%. That puts us definitely at the bottom. Right here, 77.9%. So I'm going to fix the penalty kill. Those lines are changed, and then we're going to start simulating another maybe 5 games and see what that sample size gives us. Try switching Lindholm up here with Byram. I'll put Byram on the second pair, Lindholm on the first pair. Lindholm is 5-star defense. Byram is also 5-star defense. I don't know, see how that does. Kyle Connor is probably the one to switch here. I don't know, he has 80 shot blocking, 85 defensive awareness. He's a 4-star defensive forward. I don't know, maybe I'll just switch around Taze and Chittle because these are my best defensive wingers. So, I don't know. Let's just try switching that up. Maybe that'll do something to the algorithms. Let's go see this game against the Ottawa Senators with the new and improved lineup and see if that makes us smile here in the first game of the 2023 calendar year. Let's go, boys. First period. 2 goals for us. It's DeBrincat and Marner. Okay, the first line and the second line. Second period, more goals. It's Janssen, Marner, and Hurdle. Okay, the 2 lines that I touched up. The third line not doing anything yet, though. And third period, it's a goal for Chittle on the third line. There he is. Kachuk and Abramov score, but it is not enough as we win 6-2. Not bad, boys. 2 goals and 3 assists for Marner. Goal and 2 assists for Janssen. Goal and 2 assists for Hurdle. Nice. I will take it. Let's continue simulating. That was the first game of the sample size. Let's continue with, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go see this 5th game here against Pacioretty and the Blackhawks. So we go 3-1 in our last 4 games with 2 shutout victories, and now we come up against the Blackhawks. Jonathan Taze and Alex DeBrincat playing against their old teams. Let's see what happens. First period, goal for Eric Byers on Yusei Saros. I forgot about Saros too, yeah. Yusei Saros. Second period, 2 more goals for us. Eberle and Janssen on Saros. Enjoy that, huh, Saros? Thanks for the help in the playoffs, but you were a pig besides that. And third period, Jonathan Taze just puts the final dagger. A 4-0 victory, boys, and a shutout for Thatcher Demko. So we now have 3 straight shutout victories. Our last 3 wins have been shutouts, and we have won 4 of our last 5, going 4-1. Let's go see the New Jersey Devils. They're a very good team. Let's see if we can continue this a little bit more. First, we have to get through the Minnesota Wild, though. First round pick for Evgeny Dadonov? No. Minnesota Wild they're pretty good. We beat them 5-1. So we've let in in our last 4 wins, we've let in 1 goal. New Jersey Devils are 29-12-1. Tanner Pearson, our old buddy. Let's see what we do against the Devils. Here we go. First period, goal for John. Is John Quinville? No, that's the coach, John Quinville. Goal for Quinville on Suglobov. Then Byers comes right back 52 seconds into the second period. 1-1 game. Second period stays 1-1. Now in the third period, 1-1 game. Shots are pretty even. 2 very good teams. Power play for the Bellos. 5-on-3, 5-on-4, nothing. The Devils kill it off. Jesper Bratt makes it 2-1, and that'll be enough. Suglobov lets in 2 goals and 25 shots, and that's the loss. Just got to fix up the lineup in Burnaby now that Mason Shaw is back from his injury. Burnaby 27, 14, and 3 in Burnaby. Who's leading the way? Kovanov, 33 points. It's scoring by committee, it looks like. So I'm going to keep Jordan Wheel in the minors, actually, just for now, because I keep having to send him down whenever there's an injury to a forward. But if there is someone that gets injured in the NHL, it will be Jordan Wheel who gets the call up. I didn't check the points in Burnaby. Let me quickly check that. I forgot to look at those. So in Burnaby, Alexander Kovanov has 33 points in 44 games. Picked him up from the Wild. Was it from the Wild? Well, the Wild drafted him. Jakob Pelletier, 32 points in 44 games. We got him from the Blackhawks. Yep. Philip Kurashev, he has 30 points. Grachev, we drafted him in the second round. 29 points for him. Shaw. Carson has 23. Canzanello, 22. Grimmy Morris, 20. Yep. Palin down there. Miknov, Biaka Butika. And goalies, how are the goalies looking? We have Vanek, 19-8-3 with 5 shutouts. Okay, Vitek Vanek. And then Callum Booth, 6-5-0. Nice, okay. Not too bad. I like it. Burnaby's looking good. Looking here in the activity feed, big Bobby Goligoski got a shutout in the minors. Good for him. Congrats to him. Really proud. Bobby Goligos. Let's go see the game against the Avalanche. Yeah, why not the Avalanche? New Central Scouting rankings are here. Let's see what we got. Seems to be mostly the same. Any new developments? Low franchise, Eric Gibbons, an enforcer defenseman. Okay. Pin him. Make sure we go and scout him some more. So we lose 1-0 to the Canucks. We beat the Blue Jackets 5-1. We lose to the Leafs 4-1. Sam Girard for a second-round pick. Kyle Turris. 1 year left, $6 million. 84 overall with 13 points in 49 games. -12. No, thank you. Then we win 4-2 against the Jets. We win 4-3 against the Stars. Now we come up against the Avalanche. We are 28-19-1, and the Avalanche are 20-20-8. Let's see what Yanni Gourde has to tell us, boys. We missed him. Thomas Hertl, 43 points in 45 games. We are just hanging on to that wild card spot. First period, goal from Thomas Hertl. There he is, and Michael Novrith. Power play, nothing. Second period, goal from Alex DeBrincat. And third period, Kyle Connor. 3-0 win for the Bellos. A nice shutout for Thatcher Demko. 37 save performance. What I'm going to do now is spend some time on some scouting. Got to send my scouts to the right places. Make sure they're... See, like, this guy's doing nothing. This guy's doing character assessments, skills assessments. So I got to make sure all my guys are doing their proper scouting. So I'm going to do that and get back in a second. So scouting is taken care of for the most part. Going to have to go back and look at it closer to the postseason, in the off season, so yeah, slash playoffs ish. Trade deadline is approaching. Let's go see the Lightning are very good. Let's go see the Lightning, 35-11-3, I think. Let's go see them. Oilers want to give me a first-round pick for a fifth-round pick and Dakota Canzanello. I'm going to reject that. Not that I wouldn't trade Canzanello if it was a good first-round pick, but they are maybe a playoff team slash like a pick around 15 to 13-ish overall. So first-round pick for 4, no. So I'm not going to do that. If it was a really good first-round pick, I would consider it though, but no. Kyle Palmieri. So we swapped second-round picks. I give him a 4th round and Sam Girard for Kyle Palmieri, who's making $5 million for another couple years. He is an 83 overall, 11 goals, 9 assists. Nah, pits. So we beat the another trade. Sam Girard, a second-round pick. So basically, we're swapping seconds, and I get a first-round pick for Sam Girard. Now that is an interesting trade. So they are hopeful. They're 23-22-7. So they're not a good team. Sam Girard. We swap seconds. See, here's the thing. Winnipeg is a bad team. So their second-round pick this year is a good second-round pick. I'm getting a first and a second from Anaheim next season in this deal. Now, would they... No, first-round pick this year is too valuable. For Winnipeg's second and Sam Girard. I do have another second, my own, but that is a valuable second-round pick that I could use for trades. I don't know. That's an interesting one. That is an interesting one. I don't want to decline. If I want to do it, I don't want to decline because if I offer it to them again later, they're going to say no. So I'm betting on Anaheim being Pitts next season. So I really need to get lucky here. Winnipeg, I know it's going to be a good second-round pick, but a first and a second is pretty tempting. So I'm gonna try to just make this deal. I'm gonna get as much as I can out of it. 2/4, I guess, and like a 1/6. I don't know. 2/4 and a 6. What do you say to that? Rejected. So Sam Girard and Winnipeg's second-round pick this year. For a first, a second, a 4th, and a 5th-round pick next year. So basically, I'm swapping seconds, hoping that Anaheim will be Pitts, And I get a first, a fourth, and a fifth for Sam Girard, who's just been riding the bench. What do you say, Anaheim? Try with 2 sevenths. And there we go. So Sam Girard is off to Anaheim, and I get a bunch of picks back for it, and he's just off the roster. So see you later, Sammy. It has been a pleasure. So we lost 2-1 in the shootout to the Rangers. We beat the Canadiens in the shootout. No. We beat the Flyers 7-5. That was big. We lost against the Bruins. D'Angelo for a first. Let me see what D'Angelo has to tell me here. D'Angelo Vickers. 82 overall. No, you're Pitts. For a first round pick, are you serious? Then we lost against the Bruins and lost against the Oilers. Then we beat the Red Wings 3-2 in the shootout. We're 32-21-2. Coming up against the 37-win Washington Capitals. We beat them 4-3. And now we come up against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Lightning are 39-14-3. We are 33-21-2. So let's hop into this one. Thomas Hertl, 51 points on the season. He is killing it. We are 7-2-1 in our last 10 games. And here we go. First period. 2 goals for the Lightning. Stamkos and Radish on Demko. 18 shots to our 4. And then we come back with 2 more. Thank you. Jonathan Toews and Pontus Aberg on the 4th line on Casey DeSmith. 2-2 game. We came back in the shots category. Mitch Marner gives us a 3-2 lead. We have 3 straight goals as we lead by 1. Halfway-ish through the 3rd period now. Being outshot by a little bit, but hanging on to that 1 goal lead. Thatcher Demko buckling down. Andreas Janssen makes it 4-2. Will that be enough? Throw in an empty netter. And it will be, as we beat the Lightning 4-2. Big win. Mitch Marner, Andreas Janssen, and Pontus Aberg all with a goal and an assist each. Brings our record to 34-21-2. Let me just check out, I want to see how the defense are doing. Lindholm +2, Benson +13. Axel Anderson, man, 33 games +13. I love it. Bowen Byram +11, Muller +6, and Wu -3 for Wu. Struggling a little bit. Is he doing anything on the power play? He has 1 power play point. 1 power play assist out of his 7 points. And goalies, Demko is doing very well. Suglobov is struggling. He should not be starting games. I don't know why he is. Sometimes I have to like send him down just to make sure that he doesn't start games. That would be ludicrous. Let's continue simulating. We're getting close to the trade deadline. Let's go to this game against the Ducks. Why not? Let's go see the Ducks and try to make them even worse so that they their pick continues to get Ovechkin for a first round pick, so they continue to keep falling. Alex Ovechkin, 1 year left at $9 million. Alex Ovechkin, he has 18 goals and 25 assists for 43 points in 57 games this year. 86 overall for a first round pick with a 4th and a 5th. Now, as tempting as that is, I don't know, man. Where is he going to fit into the lineup, right? As tempting as that is, where would he fit in the lineup? So I'm going to have to say no to that. LA Kings, we lose against them 2-1. Back-to-back here, so Suglobov's definitely going to be playing one of these next 2 games. Pittsburgh Penguins, one of our rivals. They're having a very good season. Injured hand for Alex to bring out. Okay, so we're going to call up Jordan Wheel, fix up the lines. So do not fear, boys. Jordan Wheel is here. Penguins, so whoa. The Jets want to send me Mark Scheifele and a 2nd round pick for Robichaud, a 1st, and Jonas. Or Jonas, Abraham Jonas. Mark Scheifele. So the Jets are they're just pits. They're struggling. They're 23-31-5. Mark Scheifele, he is a first-line center. He's 90 overall, 29 years old. He has 46 points this year. He's been struggling. But he has shown flashes of brilliance in the past if he has the right team. Mark Scheifele, what kind of stats does he have as well? 4.5-star shooting, 4.5-star defense, 4.5-star everything except for 5-star puck skills and senses. 1 year left, $6.125 million. Robichaud, we drafted him in the 1st round, 17th overall last year. He is up to 45 points in 45 games in the queue. He's a very good prospect, medium elite potential. Our 1st round pick, not very valuable. And then you have Abraham Jonas here, who has 42 points in 47 games in the what was it, WHL? WHL. Low top 9 potential. I wouldn't mind trading him. But Roby Show, man, that is a huge piece. That is a huge piece. I would rather trade someone like Jarvis than Roby Show. What would they say to that? I put first round pick with Jonas and Jarvis. They want to give me their second round pick next year as well, which is not something I really need. But if I do get Mark Scheifele, where would he go? He would knock Eric Byers out of the lineup probably, or Pontus Aberg, because Eric Byers down on the fourth line, he has 9 goals, 5 assists. He's not really our top prospect. He was supposed to be, but because the EA system was garbage, we didn't get a beauty. Pontus Aberg, he has 4 goals, 11 assists, yeah. But he gets knocked out of the lineup, and then that means someone from the third line goes down to the fourth line, which means like Kyle Connor is going to be on the fourth line. That can't happen. And I don't know, we just don't have room, man. I'd have to trade a roster player for Mark Scheifele. I can't trade prospects. Chittle would... Maybe I would trade like Chittle for Scheifele or something like that. Then Hurdle would go back to the wing, but he's been doing well at center. He's been thriving at center. Alex DeBrincat, he's a full-blown center now. He's at 80 face-offs. If I traded Elias Anderson, and then Eberle went back to the third line, and then Scheifele could be second line center with Hurdle on the left wing of the second line, something like that. That could work. But do they even need the first and the second? Can I just trade Jarvis and Elias Anderson for Mark Scheifele? I probably could. Okay. Straight up rejected. If I take Winnipeg's second round pick next year and give them my own second round pick next year, what would they say to that? We swap seconds. No. If I add my first and I take back their second, can I also get a fourth and 2/5? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. We just made it Blockbuster, boys. So Jarvis, he was a good prospect, but Mark Scheifele just too much to pass up. Elias Anderson, thank you for your service. Wow, hold on. We got to fix up the lines here. I'm just going to put Mark Scheifele right here for right now until DeBrincat gets back, and then I'm going to really fix the lines. But this is how it's going to go for the next few games. Sadly, I missed his first game with the Penguins, first 2 games. But, wow, that was a huge, huge deal coming up the trade deadline. I just want to get DeBrincat back, so I can put him in the lineup and see how it looks. DeBrincat's back. Whew, let's fix those lines. I'm going to best lines it and then fix it up from there. So these are how the lines are looking, boys, for the Brooklyn Bellows after that Blockbuster surprise deal. I'm going to try this out with Scheifele on the second line with Hurdle on the wing and Eberle back on the third line. See how that works out. Power play will look like this. It's pretty stacked in here. Each line has 4 forwards and 1 D. We're going to try it out and see what happens. Penalty kill, I have Oliver Bjorkstrand on the penalty kill as well. Atkinson for a first round pick, no. We beat the Ducks 3-1. Let's see this game against the Coyotes. So I put Bjorkstrand on the penalty kill to give him some extra ice time because I'm really struggling to find places for these guys. But boys, we're looking at a cup run this year, but out of nowhere, Mark Scheifele comes on a platter to us out of nowhere. So let's go. First period here, couple goals. Mitch Marner and Mirko Muller and Neil Jokovic. Second period, nice goal for Kyle Connor. And third period, let's just see it, boys. Shutout victory. Easy work for Thatcher Demko. Goal and an assist for Mitch Marner. What a season this is shaping up to be. Now, I also forgot that Mark Scheifele is on a 1-year deal here. So could I give him an extension? Let's see, everyone who's expiring. Mark Scheifele, he doesn't want an extension. That's the problem. And he may not stay with us if he wants to go to free agency. So we have $25 million of extension, which is, it's tight. So I'm going to see what Scheifele would say to 8 years, 8.85. See what he'd say to that. I'm going to offer a few contracts. Bowen Byram, I need to see what he would want. 4 years at 6.625. Alex DeBrincat's going to need a nice deal. Eesh. Yeah, he wants big money. 2 years at 7.850. Would you do that, Alex? Kyle Connor, what's he going to want? 8 years at $4 million. Would you say yes to that, maybe? Taser's going to be let go. And, man, I might have to make some moves in the offseason. But for this year, we're making a run at the Cup, boys. We're all in for this season. Trade our first-round pick made some big moves. We traded a big name prospect, Jarvis. I liked him. I wanted to see him grow, but that just came out of the sky. So this year we have a second, a third, 2 fourths, 3 fifths, and 1, 2, 3, 4 sevenths. Next year we have 2 firsts and 3 seconds, which will be nice. But this year, not so much, including Anaheim's pick, which hopefully will be big. But we're almost at the trade deadline, so I think we're just going to simulate through it because there's nothing that I can really do. I'm not looking to get anybody else because our team is quite stacked. So boys, let's just go see. So we're going to go see the New York Islanders. We're going to sim through the trade deadline, see if any more deals come our way. Kyle Connor accepts the extension of 8 years, $4 million, so that's very good to see. Scheifele also accepts. Okay, he didn't want an extension, but now he signs. So boom, we will not lose him to free agency. Alex DeBrincat also accepts, and so does Byram. Okay, all right, that's big. We got everyone re-signed right there to extensions before they're gonna start begging for crazy money in free agency and off season. Now let me just check the contracts. So starting next season, the salary cap, the team contracts look like this, with Scheifele making 8.850, Marner 8.250 for a few more years. DeBrincat will be making 7.8, Lindholm at 7.7, Bjorkstrand at 7.050 might be someone we trade. Hurdle at 6 mil is a bit expensive. Eberle at 5.6 is a bit expensive. Jansson's on a great deal. Chittle's on a good deal. Kyle Connor at 4 million is a steal. Yeah. Anyways, that's how it's going to look. We still have 1 million salary cap retained because of Jost, unfortunately. And let's see, Axel Anderson, if I were to sign him, I have 1.645 extension dollars remaining. No problem. It's okay. So yeah, we'll think about that in the off season, but I may have just solved our problems, hopefully, by doing that now. Because if Scheifele was going to say, oh, I don't want to re-sign, I want to test free agency, I would have had to give him like upwards of 9.5 million, and that would have been rough. So we're off to see the Islanders. Let's continue the simulation. So it was up and down. We lost 1-0 in a shootout to the Hurricanes. We beat the Sabres 4-3 in overtime. 4-0 win, 4-2 win, 3-0 win, then a couple losses right there. We are 41, 25, and 4, which puts us still in a wild card spot because we're in a very hard division. We are 6-2-2 in our last 10. The Islanders are on a 10-game winning streak. So let's put that to an end, boys. Let's beat them at Barclays Center. Let's go. The Bellos are on fire. Game first period. Eberle scores on his old team, and Hosang scores on Suglobov. Second period, goals for Kyle Connor and Thomas Hurdle. Mark Pysyk on Suglobov. 3-2 lead heading into the third period. Let's go, boys. Power play Islanders. We kill it off. Don't have the best penalty killing, which is a bit frightening at times. We just gotta be disciplined. Holding on to that 1-goal lead. Come on, boys. 3 minutes, 2 minutes. Hanging on tight, and it's enough for the 3-2 victory. Kyle Connor, Jordan Eberle, goal and assist each. Suglobov, 28 saves on 30 shots. Not bad. That makes us 42, 25, and 4 on the year. Let's go see this game against the Blackhawks. First period, no goals. Second period, 3-1. Jansson, Hurdle, and Hurdle on Saros. Crab scores on Demko. We are up 3-1 here in the third. DeBrincat scores on his old team. Power play for the Blackhawks. 5-on-3 power play to score. Dylan Strome. 4-2 lead. Still on the power play. We kill off the rest. Let's just sim it. We win 4-2 against the Chicago Blackhawks. 2 goals for Hurdle and a 25 save performance for Thatcher Demko. Boys, 90 points, 72 games, 43, 25, and 4. We're almost at the end of the year. It's winding down. Let's go see the Winnipeg Jets. Mark Scheifele against his old team, and Kyle Connor as well. Yeah, it's true. They're reunited now. We beat the Wild in a shootout. We lose to the Devils in a shootout. Then we beat the Canucks by 1. We beat the Columbus Blue Jackets by 3. We get shut out by the Leafs, and we are 46, 26, and 5. Similar to our record in Burnaby, 45, 27, and 5. The Jets 31, 39, and 7. Would have been nice to have that second round pick, but got Mark Scheifele for it and signed him to an extension. Mitch Marner scores, and so does Mark Scheifele on his old team, and Marner scores another one. Second period, goal for Andreas Janssen on Hellebuck, and because Comrie got pulled. And third period, 1 goal for Patrick Laine as we win 4-1. Season is winding down. Did we clinch a spot yet? 47 wins? I don't think so. We did. 99 points. We're in the playoffs, boys. We have clinched the playoffs. Another season of Brooklyn Bello postseason play. So let's sim to the end of this season and see what we can do against the Canadiens. We lose 4-2 to the Stars. We lose 4-3 to the Avalanche. Come on, boys. And we lose 4-3 to the Rangers. Come on. Let's end on a high note. Sean Peckham, mild concussion in Burnaby. The Canadiens are 34, 40, and 7. Are we going to end in a wild card spot? I really don't want to. Let's get 100 points, boys. Let's pass the Penguins. Hopefully if they lose their last game. Let's go. Against Montreal. They're 3-6-1 in their last 10. First period, nothing. Second period, goal for Noah Juleson. Come on, third period. Come on, don't end the season like a 3-4 game losing streak. That would be pits. Power play for the Bellos. Nothing. That loaded power play can't score anything. Noah Juleson just putting the team on his back. 2-0. And now they're going to get a shutout victory, right? Yeah, of course. Tatar, empty nets. We get shut out 3-0 heading into the playoffs. Carey Price. That is not good heading into the playoffs. Bad omens. But that's the season, boys. That's the season. We end on like a 4-game losing streak, but we end with a record of 47, 30, and 5. Could have been better, but we didn't make those big moves until a bit later. Let's see what the team has to say here. Mitch Marner, 77 points. Is that career high? No, last year he had 86. His second best season. Andreas Janssen had a career high in goals, that's for sure, and points. 34 goals and 67 points for Andreas Janssen. A huge year for him. Thomas Hertl had 65 points and 33 goals. Also huge. Career high in points and goals for Thomas Hertl. Mark Scheifele had 63 points. Alex DeBrincat had 56 points. Definitely a drop-off year for him. Jordan Eberle had 53 points. That's good to see. Keeping around the same as last year. Hampus Lindholm. Kyle Connor had 43 points, which is his most since he's gotten here. Last year at 37, so good to see that from Kyle Connor. Ollie, he had a tough year, Ollie. He was leading our team in points at one point, but only 15 goals, less than half of last year, and 43 points. Disappointing from Ollie. Chittle, 30-point season. That's definitely disappointing after 59 points last year. A career low for Chittle in goals and points, playing second-line center. Tays 26, Byers 21 in his rookie year, Benson 20. Yeah, all the boys. Axel Anderson 7 points and a +7 in 58 games. Jordan Wheel 1 game, -1. Do I want to fix the first line? I'm gonna fix I changed the first line because of its plus-minus. I'm gonna do that again heading into the playoffs. Goalies, Thatcher Demko went 40, 21, and 5 with 10 shutouts. 928 save percentage and 2.13 goals against average. Suglobov struggled a little bit, but he had Demko to bail him out. In the entire league, was that enough to be the best? No, Merzlikins, 47 wins. That makes total sense. But he did have 10 shutouts for the best highest number of shutouts, with Vasilevsky maybe would be a better candidate for the Vezina. Not sure. This guy Nikita Ponikarovsky, 90 overall. Rookie skaters in the NHL, it was Bradley Neal with 54 points in 81 games. Ivanov had 36 goals and 53 points in 62 games. That's fun. Scoring around the entire NHL, Patrick Kane, of course, he had 96 points. Connor McDavid had 54 goals. He is a playmaker who does not pass the puck. Dylan Strome had 71 assists. Yeah, that's for sure. Capo Caco, 84 points. Kotkaniemi, 81 points. Mitch Marner's up there. Gallagher. In Burnaby, it was Mason Shaw with 59 points. Down year in points for overall, but it was scoring by commission, that's for sure. By committee, that's for sure. Because, a lot of guys who got a decent amount of points. Justin Barron grew. Yeah, let's check how our players grew as well. Progression reports. So in the system, Mikko Tervainen is up to a 61 overall, which is great to see. He was a gem that we drafted last year. Zachary Healy is up to a 62 overall. So Tyrväinen had 10 points in 40 games in the SHL. Healy had 55 points in 54 games in the Q. Valerie Jass is up to a 71. That's good. He was another gem that we drafted, 18 points. Esteban Ramjagsingh, he was like a 40 overall elite guy that we drafted a few years ago. He had 19 points, up to a 65 overall. Calais Whiting, Bryce Cameron. Vesa Blumdahl, our franchise goalie, didn't have the best year, but he is a 58 overall. So 18, 17, and 2 with 3 shutouts. Okay, that's pretty good. Pasi Laaksonen up to a 74. He had 24 goals in Burnaby, so he's a pure sniper. That's for sure. Justin Barron up to an 72 overall. Noel Tanguay up to a 72 overall. Gord Chimera, our medium elite goalie, 65. Rolison 71. Grume Morris 75. 57. Neil Carson 74. Francois Dufresne up to a 50. Rosita 64, Reisner 62, Vic Hartman a 51 overall, 27 points. Roby Shaw, one of our better prospects, 60 points in 56 games in the Q. Miknov up to a 79 overall, so he could play in the NHL next year. That's for sure. Silfgaard, Grachev. Let me see, who could play in the NHL next year from Burnaby? Miknov, Pelletier maybe. Shaw could be our fourth line center. Maybe, yeah, there's some guys who are up here. Goalies, yep. So we're going to have to make a new wave of players next year. We're going to have to trade, maybe in the draft. Maybe I trade Ollie in the draft and I get a first-round pick since I don't have a first. That would be cool. But aside from that, let's go to scouting. I'm going to fix up the scouting and make sure all the guys that aren't getting scouted are going to get scouted. So give me a solid 20 minutes to do that. So that's all done. The scouts are all sent. Now it's time to see who our opponents will be. In round number 1 of the playoffs, it will be the Tampa Bay Lightning. Wow, the team that took us out in 7 games in the Eastern Conference Finals last year is the team that we faced in the first round. In the entire league, they were the 3rd best team, going 51, 24, and 7. How does that make sense? They were the 3rd best. Wow, it was such a strong Eastern Conference. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. So we ended the season with 19.6% on the power play. Not a very good power play, even though we're stacked. I don't know how. And penalty kill, we finished closer to the bottom than the top, but still better than before. We got it up to 82.8%, which is good to see. Yeah. So, man, it's going to be a tough first round, that's for sure. It is going to be a tough first round. Let's check out how it looks over in Tampa. Palat, Stamkos, Kucherov, Franzen, Perfetti, Miller, Johnson, Radish. Yeah, very good players. Over in Tampa, Hedman, Sergachev, McDonough, a bit weaker in the bottom pair of defense. And then, of course, Andrei Vasilevsky, who is just an absolute monster. It's going to be an uphill battle, boys. It is going to be a tough one. Let me know your thoughts on the lines. Definitely for the next episode, let me know your thoughts on the lines and what should be done there. Last thing I want to look at is points of players that moved. So let's see Max Pacioretty. Pacioretty, what did he do this year? He had 35 points. Congrats, you piece of garbage. Even worse than what he did last season. A 35-point year for Max. Oh, but in 43 games. Okay. So that was a pretty good season for Pacioretty, but he had a big injury, I guess. So I take that back. He had a pretty good year. Colorado. Yanni Gourde, 63 points. Congrats, Yanni. Hope you're smiling in Colorado. For me, he gets 40 points, 47 points, and over there he gets 63. Let's see how Sam Girard did over on Anaheim. Sam Girard, 58 games, 5 points, negative 18. Wow, how the mighty have fallen. This guy was supposed to be amazing. Negative 18. Yikes, 5 points in 58 games. Tough year for Sam Girard. Kasperi Kapanen had 2 assists in 7 games, down to a 79 overall. Good job, Kasperi. You are definitely a pig, that's for sure. I don't remember everyone that I've traded. It's tough for me to find everyone that I've moved over the course of the franchise mode. I know it's only been a few years, but Tanner Pearson, of course, he had a great year. Oh, Tyson Jost. Yeah, how did Tyson Jost do? 82 games, 20 goals, 12 assists, and 32 points. Better than last year. Not as good as his first year with us, or was this his first year? Either way. Not a great year for him, but 20 goals, 32 assists, 0 plus minus, bah, whatever. They have him for a steal, 83 overall, only making 3.8 or whatever since we're taking back. Kevin LeBlanc got 26 points for Vegas. Another one of the pigs that we got rid of. What a rough year for him. And of course, Jeremy Watt, forgot about him. He had a good year, 24 points. 24 points and a +1. Good year for Jeremy Watt. Tied his career high in NHL points, 80 overall. Good for him, man. I like him. Just that he just wasn't fitting in our team. Ryan Ellis, 22 points for him, -8. He had half decent season. He's declining though, -8. Bah, they're pretty pits over in Winnipeg. And of course, I gotta check out goalies here. How did Yusei Saros do over on the Blackhawks? He went 28, 30, and 11 with 4 shutouts. So he's a pig. The EA gods made me think that he was good with his potential and his numbers or whatever, but Corpi Salo over on the Nashville Predators went 16, 23, and 4. That's pretty rough. 81 overall. Man, I should have traded him when he had all that crazy value at 87. I think that's it. Went through a lot of teams there. So that's it for this one, boys. Next episode, it's going to be a big doozy against the Tampa Bay Lightning. They are a very good team. I know we only had a few less wins than them, and we are stacked. But let me know your thoughts for the Lions and any other ideas. And that'll be it for this one, boys. So thank you for watching, and I will see you then.